Good evening, Miss Sarah. We find ourselves in the office of Bianca Cassidy inside the Pleasure Palace. Bianca, sitting at her desk, looking over at her ghoul who's currently unconscious on the couch. She didn't like it. She didn't want to do it to her, but she needed somebody and she needed to make sure she could trust them and that if something happened that she wouldn't be causing more trouble for herself. So she chose her ghoul. She doesn't know why the beast is acting this way, but she needed to feed, and she's taking care of Miranda. Miranda's safe. She's okay. She has a message she had to pass on, so she's called Isabell. Well, texted her, asking her to come see her at her club as soon as she's available. That's where this scene begins.
Isabel wraps up work for the evening, um, saying goodbye to her client that she just worked with for the past couple hours, and going over gymnastics type stuff. And she makes sure that everything's in order at the gym and um, locks up uh, when she receives the message from Bianca. Well, she smiles, trying not to get too excited about her wanting to see her. Well, I suppose I should go see what she needs. She texts her back that she'll be on her way shortly, and she locks up and gets in her car and heads over to the club. And it doesn't take her too awful long to get there, probably about 10-15 minutes. She pulls up and heads in to the door.
The hostess at the door takes your name and asks if you've been here before.
Isabel Murphy, and yes, I've been here a couple of times before. Actually, more than that, I've been here several times before.
Miss Murphy, Miss Cassidy asked to send you to her office. She didn't seem to be in too good of a mood. So,
Oh dear. Okay. I'll go right back there then. Thank you. And she hurriedly heads off to the office.
inside, Bianca's pacing behind her desk, going over the events of the night. Moments of awe and wonder smashed in with fear and terror. She doesn't even hear the knock when Isabell first knocks on the door, lost in her own world.
Isabel knocks and waits, and she doesn't get an answer, so she knocks again, this time a little louder.
Bianca's startled by the noise finally breaking through what's going on in her head. Says, "Come in."
Isabel opens the door and shuts it behind her. Is everything all right?
When you see Bianca, her hair is all which ways. It looks like there might be twigs and spider webs still in it. Um, Her clothes look okay, but she has a very bedraggled look about her. And there's definitely concern in her eyes. And you'll see Miranda unconscious on the small couch in the office.
She looks at Miranda and looks to Bianca. What happened? Is everything all right? She has a very concerned look on her face.
Oh, yes, I suppose so. Nobody's dead. That's the important thing. You can still see a little bit of the blood on her lips. Obviously, she's fed recently. I know I have a message for you. I ran into somebody tonight after the events of my evening.
Okay. She has a puzzled look on her face. Well, first, why don't you? Well, first, give me the message and then well, tell me about what happened, about your night. You look, well, you look like you've been through something. You know, and she reaches up and grabs a twig out of her hair.
Yes, it definitely was something. Yes, the message. At the end of my evening, I ended up at a little power plant just outside of town, owned or called a Fletcher Corp. You might have heard of it.
Her eyes widen.
Uh, I was cold and wet, and the guards brought me in and gave me a coat, hot chocolate. And you'll never guess who showed up.
I bet I could guess. Wouldn't have happened to been my sire, would it?
As a matter of fact, it was. She was playing all chummy chummy in front of the guards. It's rather revolting.
Her eyes narrow. Well, what did she say? I'm sure she was quite rude to you once she got you in private.
She was rather civil, which from her is being polite. Honestly, I was a bit unsure how to take her statement. Obviously, she doesn't know you, but she asked me to pass it along. Should I see you? So I wanted to make sure I got that done before I forget about it, because I know it would mean something to you as little as she means to me.
Of course. Well, what did she say? And Isabel, you can tell Isabel's a little nervous.
She gestures for you to have a seat.
She sits down.
And Bianca's going to sit on the desk in front of you. Well, more leaning against it than really sitting on it. She said to let you that she heard about that little stunt that you pulled at the last meeting with the prince. Her words were about the primogen crap. She even makes little air quotes.
She rolls her eyes at the casualness that Kara seems to regard the primogenship.
Anyways, she didn't know you had it in you. She was very pleased. And you can hear the vitriol in Bianca's voice when she says it.
She said that. Was she being serious or being facetious?
Oh no, she was quite serious. Trust me.
She was pleased, but she didn't think I had it in me. Really. She doesn't know me at all, does she? Of course she doesn't. She's never really taken the time to do so. She's just assumed. I'm not sure how I feel about this yet.
Shall I add salt to the wound, or would you like to leave it at that?
Oh, well, you know I do love my salt. Go ahead.
You have a sibling.
I figured as much. I heard the rumors, so it's confirmed then.
Oh,
She has.
yes.
There's another one.
Yes, she said she asked if I'd seen you, and I played off that I haven't seen you because, well, that's what you do when you break up. You don't see each other, right? And she said,
Yeah.
neither have I. And I'm like, well, of course you have. You're with us kind of size. So, but I kept that to myself. I'm a good man as an all. And she says, well, I don't have time for that anymore. I have other business of the same sort to take care of elsewhere. Which last I understood would mean that she has another child. So, fresh from the gator's mouth, so to speak.
She just wants to toy with me, telling you to tell me that she's pleased, but then saying she doesn't have time for me because she has another child. I suppose I should probably go speak to her.
If you wish, my dear.
I need closure one way or another. I need to know if our relationship can actually be repaired or if I need to give up on it altogether and just do what I want.
That, my dear, is a decision we all must make.
And you can tell that she's close to tears now. Right. Well, so you said that you were cold and wet. Um, why? What happened?
She gets up and walks around the desk and sits in her office chair, a very conflicted look on her face. Well, my dear, something happened tonight that oh, not entirely sure how to explain. I was alive again, just a few minutes. My heart started beating, and I could feel the cold of the water all around me, and I could feel that warmth. That warmth deep inside of a warm body, of a living body. And then the beast, I could literally feel it reaching through my body, gripping my heart, and just crushing on it, trying to bring me back to death. And it won. I was alive, and it took that from me. And you can see tears welling up in her eyes as she's saying this.
Isabel goes over to her. Do you want to be alive again? I mean, mortal?
I don't have much that would keep me around here otherwise.
You can tell that that statement stings Isabel. What about Miranda?
She's one of the few reasons I'd stay.
Well, I mean, I suppose if you were mortal again, you could still be gold, right?
In there, unfortunately, now I'm not sure I'll get the chance again. I don't know if it's what that man does, or if it's the river itself. From what Tootie's saying, I think it might be the river. In which case, I might want to go back. I can feel it healing, starting to heal the cut on my back. I can feel it just
Oh,
before the beast went and rip roaring out of there. Knocked the gentleman that was doing the thing and sent me running off into the woods.
Well, um, I could go with you if you like. I would very much like to see that healed. I guess no matter what the consequences may be.
If I go again, I'm gonna need a few things though. Weights, bandages for my arms and legs, scuba gear so I don't start drowning again. Need to make sure I can stay
Wait,
there.
so you were actually breathing like you needed air.
Yes. So,
So it really did actually turn you alive again.
yes, I was alive. I had hunger for food. Not the thirst that we suffer.
A tear streaks down Isabel's face. If it could really do that and it'd be permanent, maybe. No. She doesn't finish her thought. She just looks down.
Yes, that's a very big maybe. Unfortunately, I need to learn, figure out how to keep that beast under control better for this. Somebody who can keep it tamed, keep it subdued if possible.
Well, I know that, oh, there are a couple people that could do that. I know that Gangrel can do that. Maybe, maybe Daisy or somebody.
Yes, maybe Daisy. I want to make sure we have some people out there, especially if the police are gone. There's things out there. Couldn't make them out in the shadows, but there was definitely something out there in the trees. It was following me while I ran.
So there is definitely something out there in the woods then.
Yes, a lot of spiders. Maybe you shouldn't go with me. I'll find somebody else that's not safe. I know you have issues with them.
Isabel, I would very much like to go out there with you. I would. I don't. Yeah, I want to go out there with you. You know that I'm good in fights and stuff, so.
Yes, but she kind of pulls a piece of this spider web that's in her hair out. If I get free and run, there's a good chance it's going to be spiders.
That's
Large
just
nests of them. It's
that's
just,
just consequence I'm gonna have to face. I mean, we all got to face our fears at some point, right? And then she kind of shudders as she thinks back to a few nights ago at Catherine's.
if you're willing, my dear, you're one of the few people I want by my side. Of
Of
course
course
not.
I am. You know, you know that no matter what, no matter, you know that I love you and I would not leave your side at something like this. I will follow you anywhere. You know that.
She picks up your hand and kisses it softly.
Anyway, I
We
do
don't
you
want to
know?
involve too many people.
No, no, of course not. Um, do you know anything about the things that have been going on at in the bay? the missing fishermen and people that have been attacked.
Can't say that too. I heard about it, but it hasn't been anything that's been in effect on me.
Well, I've been asked to look into it, and I'm going to do this for this person because keep your enemies close, right?
Right. And which enemy are we keeping close this time?
Oh, just a rather prestigious kindred in our city, in my clan, by the name of Miss Catherine Marlborough.
Bianca makes a physical, almost retching motion.
She now knows about my little cross problem.
That's a pity.
There were crosses everywhere when I went to see her. She had a brooch sent to my house. I'm gonna guess that she got in contact with my ghoul, which is not a secret on how to get in contact with her. So, because it was sitting on the table by the door when I got up, and it was in a letter, and I managed to put it on. There was a cross and a butterfly and a rose. The cross was hidden behind everything, but I still knew it was there. And I told her why I was on edge because she could tell that I was. And I told her, and she got rid of the crosses. She said that she would make sure that the next time I saw her, that anywhere I go, the crosses will either be removed or covered, which I thought was nice. But she said that it must be a uh, the reason why I have such aversion to crosses now must be from my choices that I made as a mortal, and they were a stain upon my soul.
Bianca hits the desk very hard. Very hard. Very, very hard.
If I hadn't been so terrified from all the crosses, I probably would have punched her. But anyway, now she knows, so she has something on me. Though it wasn't quite a secret, it's just not some information I went around volunteering, you see.
No, I understand. Don't need you getting hurt, my dear. Just be careful, please.
I'm not going to get hurt. I'm just going to do some things for her and maybe get a little insight to how she operates, so I know how best to strike.
You see Bianca's eyes drift over to Miranda, a softness touching on her face as she looks at her.
Is she out for the night, or is she going to wake up soon?
I don't know.
Did you did you feed from her?
You see her wipe that last little bit of blood from her lips and just give a small nod.
How much did you take?
She's still alive and seems to be alright. I gave her a bit of blood just to make sure.
She nods. She should be fine then. Ghouls are a lot more resilient than normal humans. You must have been very, very hungry to feed off of her because I know that's not something you usually do.
The beast would not stop talking about the food and named it after I came back to death. Just would not stop. She said to take what I need from her because she's willing to give me anything and everything. Probably shouldn't have, but just needed it to stop. Growling in my ear. I don't need to go out there and kill a whole club full of people.
Yes, of course. I'm not saying that I wasn't trying to mean that. She lowers her head.
I wasn't even thirsty. That's what drives me the most.
I'm thinking that, I mean, this is just an assumption, but if you weren't actually hungry, but the beast was, it was the beast trying to remind you of what you are.
Right.
And you did try and cut off its life source of existing, so it definitely wanted to, yeah, I would say that that's likely the case.
Well, that's why I need help next time. Try and make sure it doesn't happen. See what this really will do.
Well, I know that I would like to see you healed from that horrible wound on your back, no matter what that costs.
Who knows? Maybe afterwards I'll pay you dinner. And she just kind of gives a half-hearted chuckle.
Isabell doesn't find that funny. Tears start coming down her face now.
She pats for you to sit on her lap,
She does so.
and she cradles you against her.
She leans into her. If it if it does turn you back, maybe we can turn me back too, and we could be together as normal people.
Guess we'll have to see now, won't we?
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, I would do that for you. I would.
And she kisses your forehead softly.
Well, I suppose in the meantime I should take care of some things. I have a certain Toreador I need to go see. She actually referred to me as her child.
Surprisingly.
That's curious. It's been a long time since that's happened. Yes, I should at least speak with her.
Just be careful. She may be doing it to cause you more pain.
I'm almost certain that she is, but we both know how much I enjoy the pain.
Whatever feels best, my dear.
Um, can we arrange a session? My clients haven't been really doing it for me lately, and I need some real pain, if that's okay with you.
Certainly, my dear.
All right. Have Miranda message me when she's around, and I'll schedule it with her.
Very well. She gives you a soft kiss on the cheek and grabs a tissue from the box on her desk. May want to clean up a touch before you head out. There's a bowl of water and a mirror right over there.
Of course. Thank you. And she gives Bianca a kiss on the cheek. before getting up to go clean herself up. And after she does so, she goes over to where Miranda is sleeping and she gives her a kiss on the cheek as well and whispers in her ear, "I love you, sister." And then she leaves.
And I think as the door closes behind her, that's where the scene will end.